Hello everybody, hope you're all doing fantastically well. It's Connor here, we're back with another episode on One Leeds. This time, we're back. It's beginning, everybody. No, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. No, not anymore. It's beginning to look a lot like the Rumour Mill. Yes, everybody, it is back in full swing. Oh geez, we'll understand that reference. But yes, we're back here. We're back. We're going to be back every single day without fail, updating you on the outgoings and the ingoings at Leeds United. I might be in my car, I might be at my flat, I might be at my mum's, could be anywhere, but don't you worry, you are being updated with daily Leeds United news. If you want some instant transfer content as well, some thought out transfer content as well, I'm not saying this isn't, of course, but when we go on to the podcast site, which is essentially Patreon now, we are going to be going in depth on X, Y, and Z. So make sure if you want some player insight, some player profiles, some extended thoughts on what's going to be going on. We're going to try and get some journalists over there as well in the near future. I think you guys will enjoy that. Make sure you head on over there. So, what have we learned today? What are we learning today? Well, obviously Leeds have got Birmingham tomorrow. We're going to get into that in a later preview. Make sure you stick around for that, everybody. That'll be out later on. But one that's interesting, I should say. And when I say interesting, I'm thinking about it a lot and thinking it makes sense for him. According to three sources that I've read this morning, including a paper down to where this area is located, to where this team is located, Ipswich and Sunderland and Southampton are all vying for Charlie Cresswell's signature in January. Now, this hasn't gone away. We reported a while ago that it was Leeds United having interest from Sunderland and Southampton. Apparently, the interest is going to be extremely strong for Charlie Cresswell to go down to Ipswich in the January transfer window, and Southampton are also keen alongside Sunderland. Now, this for me is and will be mental. Now, reports came out the other day saying that Leeds are not willing to even negotiate with what's going on with Charlie Cresswell. But we have some Wilfried Gnonto news, and I'm going to get onto that in a bit, which means is there a bit of a change in the guard, a change in opinion when it comes to Leeds? But I feel like this will be a massive step back. I still don't get, and I do get it, I understand the logic behind it, but I don't get it from a footballing perspective, why he's behind Liam Cooper. I understand Liam Cooper's a decent player when it comes to, I guess, captain-like responsibilities and all the like, but Charlie Cresswell's the next in line. Charlie Cresswell is the man who is going to be taking Leeds into the future. He's going to be potentially a future captain, and that's not passion merchant stuff. That's seeing his ability on the football pitch as well. That's actually looking at him and thinking, yeah, he definitely could do the job here, 100%. He's good enough. And for me, if I'm Charlie Cresswell, I'm not even getting any minutes. I'm going 100% for his development. He's good enough. If he's getting in the development squads at England throughout his entire, his entire youth career, why on earth can he not get in at Leeds United whatsoever? And when I say that, everybody, I don't mean he should be getting ahead of Joe Rodon. I'm not saying he should be getting ahead of Pascal Strout. But for goodness sake, when either one of them is out, put him in the team. Because what we're getting at this moment in time is even when Joe Rodon's been out, we always speak about the balance between a left foot and a right foot. When Joe Rodon's out, a right footer, he puts Cooper in. So you've got two left footers. Now, I think that is a big thing in football. I think you need to have a left footer and a right footer. Other people don't think we need to do that. Van McQueen and Hunter before, but it is an era now where playing out from the back is essential. And I think you've got to have different weapons in your arsenal. You can play the ball long. If you're being pressed on, you can deal with it. If you're being pressed on the wrong side, if you're a right footer on the left side and you're being pressed on that side, it's going to be more difficult for you to play out from the back. That's why I think there should be a balance of a left footer and a right footed centre back. Charlie Cresswell fits in. So when Rodon's out, there should be a guarantee that Cresswell comes in, but there isn't. It's Cooper. Now, I don't get this. I understand that, previously Farke's had Hanley. I understand previously he's had, Zimmerman. I get that. But the next product line is Charlie Cresswell. And maybe unlike Gelhardt and unlike Greenwood, I think we all know Cresswell's good enough. So I'd like to see him back in the fold, back in the conversation, to be honest with you. And please, for goodness sake, do not look at selling him to Ipswich. Obviously, he's got one of his good mates down there in Leif Davis. Yeah, come on. I mean, I don't know if he's played with Amari Hutchinson at England level. I'm not sure. And I believe it's, Amari Hutchinson's played there before as well. I'm just praying that this isn't a thing which is going to come to the fore, because I think it'd be a massive mistake from Leeds. Next, Il Romanista are reporting, and a few other Italian outlets are reporting that apparently Leeds are willing to trade Wilfried Gnonto to a Premier League club, as the Italian winger wants to leave Leeds United again. It doesn't look like he's going to be kicking up a fuss this time, but he's saying to Leeds United, look, I want to leave. I'm not getting any minutes. I'm not starting. What's the point? And I get it from Gnonto's perspective, to be honest. We had this conversation way back when, and we were saying, look, it's not good enough. He needs to knuckle down. He needs to get back in the side. He needs to prove his worth. I think he's done that. I don't think he was great against West Bromwich Albion. I don't. But I think in a lot of other games, he has been decent. He has made an impact, and he's showing a really good attitude. He's celebrating when Leeds score, even when he's getting 5 minutes. He's giving his all. And I'm looking at the manager when it comes to Wilfried Gnonto's management, to be honest with you. And I do think to myself, if Willie is to move on, I'm thinking, well, would he have stayed? If he is to move on, would he have stayed if he was given the minutes? And I understand Daniel James' form has been very, very good, but I am also questioning the amount of minutes a quality player like Wilfried Gnonto has got, where Roma, Inter Milan, Fiorentina, Everton, West Ham are all said to have interest in him, and he can't get in a Leeds side. I know we've got a very good front line, but I mean, at least give him 40 minutes, 45 minutes if it's not working. I know the other day it didn't work. I understand that, but that doesn't mean every game's not going to work. It really doesn't. So, yeah, I think that's just a massive, massive shame. I really do. But apparently, according to Il Romanista, Leeds are willing to trade him for around about 13 to 15 million. Now, hold your horses. I know you're all going to say, Connor, you were absolutely mental. We're rejecting double that in the window. But I do feel that Leeds maybe have given Wilfried Gnonto a bit of a promise and said to him, look, give us what you can give us. For me, this does make a lot of sense. Give us what you can give us, and we will help you out in January. Now, we know that Daniel Varka has said that he doesn't want to let any players go. We know that, but it's not up to Daniel Varka. It's not up to Daniel Varka. We know that it's Charlie Cresswell. They've said that they don't want to let him go. Joe Gelhardt, Wilfried Gnonto. We know all of this, but you've got to expose them to some minutes. You can't just keep them there and say we're not letting them go. We want to keep this side. It's not fair. For me, it's not fair as a footballer. If I'm a footballer, I'm not liking that whatsoever. So I'm pushing for a move, and my agent's pushing for a move. And I think we're a little bit naive if we think the likes of Cresswell, the likes of Gnonto are just going to sit on their hands in this window and go, okay, Parker wants us to stay. And I know it's up to the club. I know they're under contract. I completely understand that. But Bielsa never wanted bad apples in the batch. And I'm not saying they're going to be bad apples. I'm not saying that. But unhappy apples in a batch is not going to be beneficial for this squad as well. And, seasons upon seasons upon seasons, you see good players moving on. You see that all the time. If Leeds are to go out there and replenish those bodies, that will not be as hard hitting. I think Charlie Cresswell will be a real problem, especially if you send him to a division rival. That would be mental. But I really think that Leeds may have to, in my opinion, do business when it comes to those two. They might dig their heels in, but then they're going to have two very, very unhappy players. And then you'll get comments back from probably a few of you guys saying, well, it is what it is. And I understand that, but keeping a healthy group, keeping an active group, keeping a group that's positive overall going into the latter half of the season will be on Leeds' mind. And as well, they'll want to give some of the players, a little bit of a tee up as well. There might be buyback clauses and all this sort of stuff. So that's all stuff you have to take into consideration as well. But the last bit of it, everyone, is the two players that I will be going for, and I've made videos on the Patreon, more detailed ones. Yasser Asprilla at Watford. I'd love us to break the bank for him. Perfect. Elias Chair, another one, absolutely perfect. And Pring at Bristol City, the left back, who I think would fit in perfectly. Love Pring as a footballer. I think offensively and defensively strong. And I think he's a real affordable option. I would like Leeds United overall to be going out right now and have two signings at the ready. I would like Liam Cooper to be gone. I would like Patrick Bamford to be gone. I would like Luke Ayling to be gone. I'd keep Stewie around, but I would be getting rid of those three. Patrick Bamford has to go for me. Has to go. Gelhardt, go. There are players on Leeds' roster that need to be sold and let go. Now, you let Cooper go, the rising rank, Charlie Cresswell, and he'll see that. He'll see that proactiveness, and he'll think, oh, okay, I'll stick around then. Central second midfield, absolutely essential. Left back, essential. I'd be going out and getting a goalkeeper, but, you know, I genuinely would be looking at 4 or 5 positions, because I think that's the way we get automatic promotion and claw it back. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're probably going to get 1 or 2. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What positions would you be going for? What do you think on Cresswell? What do you think on Gnonto? And of course, what players would you be looking at? We're going to have your Birmingham preview out in a little bit, everyone. Really appreciate your support. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in a bit.